A thread by Acting Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security Ken Cuccinelli in response to Senator Rand Paul. Senator Paul tweets, "We cannot give up liberty for security. Local law enforcement can and should be handling these situations in our cities, but there is no place for federal troops or unidentified federal agents rounding people up at will." The Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security responds, "I am disappointed in this uninformed tweet by a senator whom I respect. The truisms, mixed with errors, are rife. How many ways is this wrong? Let me count the ways. 1. It overlooks the fact that local law enforcement in Portland is not handling these situations. These situations include attacks on federal law enforcement officers, not troops, and federal facilities. 2. It overlooks the Department of Homeland Security's statutory responsibility to protect the federal facilities and personnel under violent attack. 3. Did I mention that there are no troops? 4. The agents in the picture are not unidentified. They verbally identify themselves to the subject when they approached him, and they have identifying insignia on all four sides, police in front and back, and Customs, Border Protection, and DHS on their left and right shoulders. 5. Federal agents are not rounding people up at will. This is an incredibly offensive assertion. It suggests that the Department of Homeland Security officers randomly picked this subject up. That's ridiculous. They identified themselves 3 blocks away to the subject, at which point he fled on foot, and the officers pursued him until he stopped running at the federal courthouse. The officers talked to this particular individual because they thought he matched the description of a person who had assaulted a law enforcement officer about an hour before. The picture in the tweet, DHS Gov, FBS, CBP, ICE Gov officers and agents are preserving liberty and life and property in Portland. I would have been happy to explain that to Senator Paul if he had asked.